Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a vegan update video, and this is kind of different than the other update videos that are out there because I'm doing a 7-year vegan update. Not 1 year, not 2 years, 7 years. It's been a really long time, and I just thought it would be a really good idea for anybody who's starting a vegan journey that wants to know what is it going to look like 7 years from now. This is probably what it's going to look like. Me and my fiance Keith have been vegan, both of us, for 7 years. We've both been meat-free for 10 years. So there's a lot of people out there that when you're early on in a vegan diet will tell you, you can't not eat meat, our ancestors ate meat, and you can't not have fish and chicken, it's in the Bible and all this stuff. And you'll hear all of these kind of comments and people will try to sway you away from it thinking that you're going to have health issues because you don't have it. But I will tell you that my health issues went away when I went vegan. I cut meat out of my diet for health, not for animals, not for anything like that. Originally I cut meat out because I had such bad fatigue and such exhaustion every day that I needed to eat things that didn't take forever to digest. That saved me. After that, I had recovered massively from ADD and recovered from amphetamine addiction, and I just felt incredible by just eating clean and cutting red meat out of my diet. I still had dairy and I still had chicken and I still had fish for a little bit longer, and then it just became like I was like a vegetarian and I was breaking out like crazy. I'll post a picture in my video, but my acne was like out of control. And then I connected to Freely. I was doing branding work for her, that's how we connected, and she suggested I just go all the way vegan and that it'll make me feel so much better and I won't have acne anymore and stuff like that. So I listened and I cut out dairy completely and I went fully vegan. I watched some documentaries about animals and it was like, I knew I was never going back. So my skin cleared up. I still have scarring, so you guys probably see that in my videos, but I have scarring here, but I don't break out the same way anymore. I used to break out and I'd have like 20 active pimples on my chin at the same time every single month, and scars like that were red and blue. It was just horrible. But now it's like I get maybe 1, maybe 2 at most. But going vegan has been a complete life shift for me and has made me feel so much better. I'd been completely out of control with my health, as you may have seen in my other video with my story talking about why I went vegan. And I just feel like this is the diet that is meant for me and meant for my DNA. It's like I just feel the best on this diet. So 7 years later, I feel vibrant, energized, I feel focused, I feel great. Every day I feel great. My fiance Keith feels great. The only thing I will say is that it is very important is to make sure that you're getting the vitamins and minerals that you need for your diet. Like you need to have certain things that are essential in your diet. There are certain vitamins that are fat soluble that your body might hold on to for a long time, but there are other vitamins that you need like every day or even every other day to just function properly. And I recommend really looking into those vitamins and researching them and understanding what they do for the body, because it'll change the way you see food. Like looking at what vitamin E does or vitamin D, it's important because otherwise it just seems like food. Having something with vitamin D in it means that your body can properly create things like serotonin, which boosts your mood. So it's like all the vitamins have a response in the body to make us function more optimally. So it's important to learn about that as a vegan because it'll give you a greater why to why it's important to eat healthy every day. Even with that, you make mistakes, you fall off. Every year for like a month, 1 month out of the year, I usually fall off and I eat really bad. You want to try to avoid this. What I did was for about a month, I was not really exercising, which is bad, number 1. Number 2 was I wasn't really tracking my nutrient intake, and I was just eating like a lot of vegan junk food and a lot of fatty foods. So I would, for example, wake up and eat cookies right away. Like, it sounds so bad from somebody who does like health videos, but I woke up in the morning and I was eating cookies, whatever chocolate I could find, like impulsive, like crazy. Then I was so full after eating so much snacks that I didn't even want to go work out anymore, so I just sat and worked on my computer. Then I started getting hungry again, so instead of going to the gym and working out, I just started making lunch. And I would start because I was too lazy to cook, so I was having like chips and hummus and guac and making vegan cheese and scarfing down like a ton of that. Then by the time it was time to eat the vegetables I was cooking, I was like barely hungry for it anymore. So I would save it, have a little bit later, and then for dinner eat things like tacos and stuff and have more chips. It was like I was like a chipaholic. I also was having, this is going to sound terrible, but a lot of olive oil, a lot of vegan mayonnaise, a lot of vegan butter, and tons of that vegan cheese. Instead of making things like black bean burgers and healthy veggie burgers, we were eating a lot of those like fake vegan nuggets, which I'll have once in a while still, but having it like every day or even twice a day, it's definitely not the best thing. So after a month of eating like that, not exercising, not intermittent fasting anymore, and not really watching my water, I was just like a disaster. Like, I'm telling you, I had allergies that were crazy. I couldn't breathe. When I was in anybody's house, it was like I had to have a window open and I had to take little breaks and be outside. So I had this pain in the back of my head that wouldn't go away. I had migraines and headaches. I had tension in this part of my head. I was grinding my teeth. I was feeling also like very foggy-headed and lethargic. My memory was really bad. I was doing terribly. It was like I started from scratch again. And that was just 1 month of eating badly. So after that, I just was like, I need to do something about this because I can't live this way. So I mentioned in a different video that I took my DNA test and I got custom vitamins. And I also made a mega life shift and I went back to eating clean. I also got onto an intermittent fasting schedule. So now I stop eating at 8 p.m. and I start eating at 12 the next day. And before I break my fast, I do a workout. So I work out usually within a half hour of waking up. And exercising in the morning, intermittent fasting, eating clean, and taking vitamins has completely rebooted my health in just like a couple of weeks. So even within the first 3 days of doing that, I felt like a new person. So it's important as a vegan to make sure you're taking care of your health if you want to feel the best you possibly can. In general, doing all those other things is going to make you feel great, but being vegan on top of that really pushes it over the edge. But when you are vegan, you want to make sure to not overdo it on vegan junk food, and definitely don't do it on the vegan fake things like vegan chicken and vegan cheese and vegan milks even. Just get a lot of vitamins and minerals through your natural foods, like raw foods. So I definitely suggest looking into a raw food diet, and it being raw doesn't mean it's like a chopped salad all the time. It's like you could cook your food, but just don't overcook it so that it burns it and ruins its like DNA structure. Like you want to be able to cook your food lightly to just warm it up. Being vegan, you just really want to make sure throughout your whole time being vegan that you're watching your vitamins and minerals and making sure you're getting everything in your diet that you need. You want to do things like DNA tests so you can have an understanding of risks, factors, and predispositions to certain vitamin deficiencies, and maybe you want to do some home tests too to make sure you're getting everything you need. I'd also recommend every couple years or even every year, really every year, if you get a chance, check in with your doctor and do a physical and have a vitamin test done to make sure you're like getting enough vitamin D, B12, and stuff like that. So that's really it. Otherwise, being a vegan and doing all the right things has made me feel better at almost 32 years old than I felt at 12 years old, than I felt at 15, 20, 21. I think I felt like I was 80 at 21 years old. I felt so bad. Even I think my grandma at 81 years old feels better than I did when I was anywhere in my whole life up until this point. I think from 25 years old and on, I feel better than I felt for my whole life before that. So I definitely recommend going vegan and doing it the right way. So that's it. That's my update. And if you guys are interested, I didn't really mention in this video, but I also lost weight doing the vegan diet. So I have weight loss tips and a story about how I lost 50 pounds. That's in another video. I'll post it below. I'll post all the videos I think any new vegan or one-year vegan might want to see for motivation and inspiration. I'll post that below. And I'll also link to some documentaries that are on YouTube that I think are really helpful. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!